ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Thursday's Market SITREP here at Top Gun Options. I think we should call it volatility Top Gun Options. I'm Matthew Buckley. My call sign is Wiz. Folks, the bearish double vertical we looked to place yesterday afternoon in our accelerated retirement session is up 98% in a day. We are looking, as of me talking right now, a 270, almost 100% profit in a day, getting bearish on volatility. That adds to about the 4,300 profit in the VIX calls, the $4,400 profits in the bullish double vertical, and then last week we had a VXX bull put spread that closed on Friday for 46. Net, folks, we're looking at nearly $20,000 in about a week and a half in volatility trades here at Top Gun Options. We have been absolutely nailing this. So there's the current trade. It's at 31 cents. Yesterday we could get into us for a 12-cent debit. So you did do the math with 90 contracts. We're having a blast here, folks. When volatility is cheap, you buy it. When it's expensive, you sell it. Man, if you haven't been a member here at Top Gun Options, I can drag it all the way to the water. I can't make you drink, man. Bullish double vertical here, bearish double vertical here. Get out of the long calls. We've had an absolute blast. Let me do a quick strategic brief, but folks, I don't know what you're waiting for. Nearly $20,000 in volatility profits, and this is on limited risk, folks. Let me bring up this. Let me bring up the trade from yesterday. Wiz, how much risk was that? Well, let me show you how much risk. $5,600, and this trade, this bearish trade on volatility, was out to August 31st. I assume that, hey, even though there might still be some Turkey, China trade, stuff going on, volatility is going to come in. So on a limited risk, this was based on 90 contracts on limited risk of 50. Let me round up, $5,600. We could have potentially made $3,400. Well, guess what? We're going to be out of it right now for $3,200 profit in a day. So risking 56, we made 32 in a day. And again, folks, Wiz, I can't risk 5,600 on a trade. Well, then you don't do 90 contracts. That risk is based on 90 contracts. Do 180, do 1,000, do 0, be paper trading. That's between you and your RIA. My point being, folks, is that we have an SOP, standard operating procedure, and we have been absolutely crushing it lately in our model portfolios and our training. Let's do a quick strategic and operational brief. Obviously, folks, this is good news. U.S. China to resume trade talks as the tariffs start to bite. What did I say yesterday? One of the reasons I said we're going to get a little bearish on volatility is the adults are going to start talking again. Steve Mnuchin, Larry Kudlow, Peter Navarro, the heads of the five families. We're going to get in a room with China because, as I briefed you the other day, one of the headline was China's leaders don't know what to do. Literally Trump, same thing he did with North Korea. When you act crazier than your opponent might kind of wake up that, hey man, this guy ain't kidding. And based on what's going on in our economy versus what's going on in theirs, we have a little bit of airspeed on our jet. I briefed the other day that their fixed asset investment only grew by 5.5% in January through July. That's a 1990 low. So China's starting to, they're feeling it a little more than us, and their stock market is technically in bearish territory. And the PBOC, the People's Bank of China, has to jump in here. The other day, two of my private clients right here did bearish double verticals on FXI. One made 17.5 and the other made about 15. Now, these are private clients, and I briefed you yesterday on how you can get to be one of my private clients here. It's called Commoners Club Coaching. But anyway, and we got out yesterday. A little bit of a pop in the FXI today, but I wouldn't worry about that. I'd still be bearish on FXI. These all are dead cat bounces here as this thing heads lower. But the point being is a little bit of bullish news out of the U.S.-China trade fight in the fact that, you know what, I think China's going to call uncle, and here's my prediction. When, not if, China calls uncle, we will see a market rally like 2017. There's another whiz going out on, well, I'm not even going out on a limb. I know that's going to happen. We resolve these trade issues, you will see a rip-your-face-off rally like we saw in 2017. period. I predicted this, guys. I said this right here is going to look like this right here. My strategic mindset a week and a half, I said volatile. We're going to chop sideways like you read about, and we've been trading vol like you read about, and banking. And it's just been awesome. So the Turkey shit show continues. Their energy bill's really starting to soar as what? Its currency implodes. Now, we talked yesterday and in these SITREPs about the strong dollar really impacting emerging markets, and that's going to continue to be the case. But this stuff, everything ends, man, right? Let's be mindful, and nothing's permanent. So this trade war, the Turkey thing is not permanent. Another reason we got bearish on volatility yesterday. But the other day, we got bullish on volatility. Why? Because the skew, the SIBO skew index said what? Never before in the history of the SIBO, essentially, have traders paid so much for what? Crash protection. So the canaries in the coal mine were out there that, hey, this isn't looking good, and we're due for a little bit of a pullback here. Right here, where I'm hovering my mouse, I said, and a lot of the smart people I talked to also agreed, we're looking for an excuse to sell off. This grind higher here, well, look at all this volatility in the past. This all was based on, hey, we might be in a trade war, or, oh my God, what an awful thing this would be if we got into a trade war. We've been in one, and it's been pretty bad, and this market has just grinded higher. What did I say? One of the wisdoms you'll learn here at Top Gun Options is the market only cares when? When it cares. And I said last week and a half ago, I said the market will care again about the trade war. And I also said what? Last Tuesday, I said I'm not closing my long volatility trade because something can happen between now and Friday to freak the market the hell out. God bless Donald Trump with his cell phone and tweeting and getting into it with Turkey on Friday morning. It was an excuse to sell off and for the market to pull back and implode here. So great stuff going here at Top Gun Options, man. I'm about to send out the text alert to close a one-day trade, folks, for a 97% profit in a day, $3,200. Again, men lie, numbers don't. If you want to take a test flight into what we do, you can watch yesterday's replay. And my apologies, folks, to my members. I literally just sent out yesterday's replay with the trade. Obviously, it's a little late for the trade because yesterday we were having our last dinner with final supper. It sounds like with Matthew. So that. Oops, let me hit publish. So publish. There's the post right there, and my apologies for getting that out late. So I'm actually sitting here. We're waiting for our flight up to Philly and then going through Burlington. So I do have some time to knock out this SITREP, to knock this out and do some trading. It's funny though, guys. It really does seem that when I decide to not pay attention to the market for a day, well, I'm looking at my cell phone all day, looking at the markets. My point being is when we have this stuff on and I walk away from it, we end up printing money. So I will take the lesson learned, as in I need to take more vacations. And this is a perfect example, folks. You don't have to do this stuff full time, man. This ain't rocket surgery. The trading we do, we maybe do a couple hours a day max. Other than that, we ain't sitting here for 8 hours a day watching this stuff tick by tick. So if you want to take a test flight, man, into everything we do for the for the price of a pretty expensive drink here in Fort Lauderdale, just go to topgunoptions.com. Click on the Advanced tab, where you can just head to go.topgunoptions.com/advanced, and for $38, take a 2-week test flight into what we do here at Top Gun Options. Like I said, men lie, numbers don't. You can get access right now to the session we did yesterday. Here's the trade that we did yesterday, and like I put up here, I'm like, hey man, my apologies for posting this way late. Not only can't you get into this trade right now, it's time to close it. Oh, that's what it was, a 51.30, just over 51, I'm sorry, 31, not 51.80, 31.80. Let me fix that now. So 31, that's what it was. All right, guys, I got to run. Going to go check the status here of the flight, but what a great week and a half here at Top Gun Options, from a bear call spread on China to bullish trades, long calls on VIX, to bullish double verticals on VXX, to bearish double verticals on VXX. We're done, man. Take the rest of the week with pay and enjoy it, because this was a blast. We had some good times. So, all right, folks, I might be able to jump online maybe sometime tomorrow. as we're driving around Vermont and getting Matthew ready for college. If you don't see a Friday market wrap up, do me a favor and say, hey man, the guy's printed nearly 20 grand in volatility trades in a week. I'm pretty sure I can do Friday without him. So have a great rest of your day. Happy hunting. Make sure you hedge, and God bless.